for us, but just to be certain. So if a company has a health insurance plan in place now, and they're happy with that plan, is there any reason that they would have to go to the exchange?
No, if they're happy with the plan, they can stay exactly where they are. For small businesses, it's really just gonna be, here's some new options for you. And if they seem to make sense, they can either go directly or they can use their broker and buy insurance through the exchange.
So one of the largest benefits we've seen that has come out of healthcare reform has been the tax credits that are available to small businesses. But also within reform, there's so many different numerical definitions of small businesses versus large businesses. Steve, can you explain to us what small businesses are eligible for these tax credits? And in 2014, are the tax credits going to continue or change in any way?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, small businesses that have less than 25 employees, 25 or less, full-time employees or full-time equivalents will be eligible for these credits. Essentially what you do is you take your full-time employees and then you count them as one employee, and then you'll then look at your part-time employees, add up their hours for the month, divide them by 120 and get another number. So the two numbers have to add up, I believe, to 25 or less, and then the average wage has to be $50,000 or less, and that would entitle you to a tax credit. In 2014, I believe the tax credit maximum goes up to 50% from the current level of 35%, and I believe it's supposed to be provided in 2014 and 2015. So there is an opportunity, hopefully, for small businesses to escape some of the big costs of healthcare reform. Of course, if you have 25 or fewer employees, you're not subject to the healthcare reform rules, and you do not need to provide coverage to all of your full-time employees. If you have over 50 full-time employees or full-time equivalents, then you are required to provide coverage to all of your full-time employees. And full-time employees for this purpose is those working 30 or more hours a week.
So I think for the first time ever, we've actually seen the federal government get involved in determining who's a full-time employee.
Right.
But I know there's two different calculations. One, who has to be offered insurance as a, quote, full-time person? But what is the calculation to determine if you do have 50 FTE equivalents?
Well, just like that test with respect to the 25, you'll take your full-time employees, those working 30 hours or more a week, and basically you can leave out folks who are seasonal employees. So you don't have to include people who are working 3 months out of the year and then aren't going to work for you anymore. Now, we're not really sure what seasonal employees are because the government hasn't given us a good definition, but in 2013 at least, we can use what the government calls good faith compliance. So you can determine, on a good faith basis if somebody's a seasonal employee or not.